Happy Tom Ford Tuesday, where Tuesdays I dedicate to Tom Ford beauty. Today, it's all about the new Rose Prick collection. So in this collection, we have two eyeshadow palettes, which are in the new creme formulation, which is that cream to powder. And then we have two lipsticks. And this is said to be inspired by sensuous shades and rose texture. They said it, not me. I don't know exactly what that means, but what comes to mind is a rose petal, the texture of a rose petal being super smooth and creamy. So I'm going to assume that that aligns with the formulation of the creme eyeshadows, but we'll see. So I'm going to get into details about both the eyeshadows and the lipsticks. I'm going to do swatches, comparisons, and of course, we're going to do multiple looks because we need to know, how is this going to play out in our everyday life when we add it to our collection? If we do, you know what I mean. So let's hydrate and begin. Happy Tom Ford Tuesday. How are we? I hope we're doing well. So this new collection from Tom Ford, I'm just going to say it. I think we all, sort of kind of have seen that Tom Ford just said, boom, here you go. Multiple eyeshadows, lipsticks, all the things. Concealer, which if you have not seen that video for the new Traceless Soft Matte Concealer, which I'm wearing today, I'll have it linked for you so that you can check it out. We did that in our previous Tom Ford Tuesday. So with that said, we've got all these new Tom Ford products coming out, which is always very exciting. And it's going to be fun to see how the brand transitions now because, again, if you didn't know, Tom Ford has sold to Estee Lauder, but he is staying on board for the majority of 2023. So it's going to be interesting, in my humble opinion, to see how that transition plays out. Now, before we get into the details and all of the things about this new Rose Prick collection, please take a moment to subscribe if you haven't and give today's video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. All right, so here we are. Beautiful Rose Prick collection. The pieces are that blush pink with, it actually has a little texture to it. I think it's nice. They have done this before, but not with the little cross hex detail, lipstick and quads. So I personally think it's nice because I like pink. It's a nice shade of pink. It's that blush pink and it's very pretty. So packaging is very on par, very Tom Ford. Here's what they have to say about this collection. So this is inspired by Rose Prick. This collection presents sensuous shades and rose-like textures. Ornamented in limited edition blush pink packaging with an exclusive cross hatching design. Eye Color Quad Crème contours eyes with melting, magnetizing shades in a long-lasting powder cream hybrid formula, infused with high-impact pigments and lush emollients that mimic the structure of skin's ceramides. These long-lasting shadows move with skin for a crease and flake-resistant finish. So, as mentioned, this collection does contain two eyeshadow palettes, or color quads as Tom Ford calls them. One is existing, which I thought was interesting, and then one is new. So Forbidden Pink is new, and that's 01 Forbidden Pink. And then they brought back Rose Topaz just in the limited edition packaging. So Rose Topaz is an existing creme eye color quad, which was released with the first round of this new formula. And it's a beautiful color story, but if you didn't know, I just wanted you to know so that you don't like buy it on by mistake or think that they're both new. So the fact is that Rose Topaz is existing, and this is what Rose Topaz looks like. And then Forbidden Pink is the newer one, and it's said to be a limited edition. So Rose Topaz and Forbidden Pink. Now, I mean, I think it's fair to say when you look at these, you're not getting a lot of pink or rosy shades, but that doesn't mean they're not pretty. So the Rose Topaz again is existing, and this is described as a gleaming cream, sultry shells, and ethereal neutrals. I do have a dedicated video to this palette with multiple different looks. If you are curious and you're interested in this palette and you want that limited edition packaging, which is really pretty, I'll link that video so that you can check it out. And now the real star of the show, and who we're really going to dedicate more so to in today's video, is Forbidden Pink. This is described as shimmering rose gold's pink matte and deep, rich brown. When I look at this, I don't see any pink. I see brown, like warm browns, and maybe this shade here has like a bit of a pinky brown, but we will see. I haven't swatched her yet. I'm just talking based upon my first glance. I think this is a beautiful color story, a color story that I can get into, and I'm excited to share multiple looks with you, but it's not really giving a lot of pink. I think the pink is really in the packaging. Let's talk about the lip products. There are 2 lip products. Again, one that already existed, and I had purchased it from Selfridges. I'm not sure if it came over, but I mean, I was just head over heels over this packaging, and the color is really pretty. So I have it in my collection, so I'm happy to share it with you. And then a new one that I don't think is existing. This does not look very familiar, but we have 2 satin matte lipsticks from Tom Ford, and this satin matte formula is very comfortable, very creamy. It's as it sounds. It's a satin matte. It's not overly shiny, but it's not dull and drying and matte. Tom Ford does matte pretty well, I have to say. Now, the newer Rose Prick lipstick has that hex packaging with the little details, and then the existing one that I had previous does not. And again, they have done this packaging before, so it's nice that they brought it back. Now, this shade here is described as a deep coral with a satin matte finish. It really gives me like a pink. And then the other shade, which I believe is newer, this one isn't that gorgeous? This is really pretty. This is described to be a sultry brick red in a satin matte finish. So let me show them to you side by side. They're very, very different. So that's really nice. So if you like colors like this, these are both really beautiful shades, right? Yes. Tom Ford does limited edition packaging really well. I think it's tasteful, it's very on brand, and it just works. Some that I have, I mean, we've all seen the white Soleil packaging, but the cherry packaging, this is not the new cherry collection, which I will have a video for that soon. So an existing Eye Color Quad Body Heat in limited edition packaging. I actually really like that they do that because it gives you a chance, if you don't have those color quads, to kind of get them in fun limited edition packaging. So I actually have 2 Body Heats, and they are just in limited edition packaging because it's me. Hi. So details are out of the way. Let's get into creating a couple of looks with Forbidden Pink. But before we do that, let's swatch it. I wanted to do live swatches with you, and then of course I'll insert my close-up natural lighting swatches as well. But let's see. I'm gonna roll up my sleeve. The texture on these is just so nice. It really is. That's like the only pink shade, and it's not even like a pink, it's like a mauve. Check that out. What do you think? Is this giving pink? Not really. All right, so here we go. Hello, pigment. Do you see how creamy? Oh, this is nice. This is very, very nice. This is pretty. This is pretty. And let me also give you a swatch of Rose Topaz. I really like this one too. And I remember when I first got Rose Topaz, I was like, Rose where? Yeah. Anywho, here we go. Super creamy. So Rose Topaz and Forbidden Pink. I think we can already see some similarities. Let's talk about this really quick. Forbidden Pink and Rose Topaz. I mean, looking at them, you're kind of going to see a similarity with this shade here and this shade here, and then the darkest shade. But the tones are different, and the tones go with each quad. So I really think it's going to be personal preference if you want the two, because again, they're beautiful formulas. But upon first swatch, you know, I see a little similarity there and there, but they're different. It's Tom Ford Tuesday. You know the full face is Tom Ford. Everything we've talked about and everything I have applied and we're going to use, I am going to list and link for you down below in the description box. So I want to start off with the softer, everyday kind of look. So I am going to go in with my Tom Ford number 13. It's like a fluffy brush. And I'm lightly going to go into this darkest shade here. And the best part of this formula is there's like zero fallout because it's like a cream to powder. It's a beautiful hybrid. I'm going to lightly apply that just to give a little bit of definition to the eye. We don't want a lot because this is my easy look. So I'm softly blending that in the crease, focusing on the outer eye, and pretty much whatever's left I bring inward. So see, it's a very soft deposit of color. It's light, and that's what I'm going for. We could stop here because it gave just enough, but I just want like a little bit more, so I'm tapping in. And just blending. Blends very nicely, yeah? Very nicely, very easily. So now I have my number 11. Let's go into this shade here, which is the pinkest of this entire palette. So I'm packing that on my brush. And then I'm going to pack that on my lid. I'm just going in for a little bit more. And I'm going to go back in with previous brush, no product, just blend to make everything seamless. And I actually am going to go into a little bit more of that brown shade just for a little more definition. So I need a little bit of definition, a little bit more. So I am just building up a little bit more. Very, very soft and pretty. I like that. I do, though, want to go in with my number 12. It's like an angled brush. It's not too thin, but it's not like a fluffy brush either. I'm going to go into the darkest shade here, pick up a little bit of that, and do like a very soft wing on the end. It's not going to be super defined. It's just a soft... See that? Just a soft little wing. Adds just a little to the look. And there we go. A very soft little look. And you guys know I love using dark eyeshadow to create little wings. It takes the look up a little bit, but still keeps it soft and extremely wearable day, night, wherever you please. Let's do a couple coats of mascara. So here's our first look. Again, it's a very soft, a very practical, a very wearable, easy kind of look. So for our second look, I'm going to start off with this shade right here with my number 11 brush. Just going to pack that on. And we're going to go right in and apply that to the lid. Just all over the lid. It's like a coppery, warm coppery kind of tone. That's what it looks like on me. That's what I think. It's very pretty. So I'm just packing that all over and blending the edges with just this one shade. Very pretty. I'm taking that same brush and just taking the tip of it, and I'm going to go into the shade right here. And I'm going to apply that on the inner lid. It's so pretty. I think they complement each other really well. I, for the sake of science, need to test out with my finger if the pigmentation is a little bit more. So I'm going in with that lid shade, and I am just going to dab it. Yeah, a little bit. So it's going to be nice if you're just kind of wanting to go. Dab it on with your finger. You definitely can. It's going to look really pretty. Oh, I like that. And although this is a shimmer, you could wear this during the day. It's not over the top shimmer. I think we need to break that rule. Sometimes I feel like Tom Ford allows us to break that rule with his type of shimmers. They're very sophisticated. They're not super chunky. They're really nice. I like that. Now, because I'm me and I can't help it, I am going to take an angled brush. This one here is from Chantecaille. This is the eyeliner brush. And I'm going to go into that dark, and I am going to pick up this shade here and do a little liner. This one is going to be like a little bit more defined than this one that we did, which is just super soft. I'm really looking forward to new mascara from Tom Ford because I'm literally holding on to my last box of this one for like dear life. Like, I have to use it at some point, but I'm looking forward to new mascara. So here are our first two looks. This one is like the matte and pretty soft pink. And then this one is our soft and pretty, a little bit more to it. We're going to do another look, but before that, let me swatch the lipsticks for you on the lips so that you can see what they look like. So you can see what these look like. This is such a fun pink lip. Isn't that such a fun, pretty pink lip? Yes. Always have to be so careful with applying colors like this. Color in the lines, Monique. Color in the lines. Well, that's pretty. It's very much, I have a piece of glitter right there. I don't know where that came from. Anywho, it's a classic color. I like this. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's do another look. And I am just going to go right in. We're going to go right in. We're going to go right into this darkest shade here. Pack that all over my brush nicely. And I'm just going to start on the outer eye. Pack that on the outer eye. Pack it on the inner eye. Then blend. That is what I'm loving about this formula the most. Is yes, this brown is intense and rich and beautiful, but you're still in control. I feel right now this is still a not so smoky brown. Like I can blend this and it'll be a soft brown. But we want to build it up, we can. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pack more on my brush. and pack it. And I'm intentionally leaving the center because we're going to do a halo or a spotlight look for this eye. So we've packed on the outer and the inner. Now we're just going to blend. Now with my finger, I'm going into this shade. And we're going to put that right on the center. I always make sure to open my eye to make sure the placement is where I want it to be. Everyone's eye shape is different. Sometimes I have to bring it up a little. And I'm just patting. That always gives like the best little meld and blend. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my goodness. So pretty. Now we're going to go back into the number 12 brush. We're going to go into that darkest shade, pack that on, and I'm going to focus that on the outer portion, but I just want to connect the look. And I'm not bringing it all the way in. I'm just doing it on the outermost portion. Need be, you feel like it, you take your fluffy brush that you used and just blend and soften everything up and meld it with your top lid shade. And let's do a couple of coats of mascara. The formula is it's just so beautiful. It really is. This is a pretty look. I'm wearing this to dinner with the hubs. This is definitely gonna be my look. So actually, I want to have a little fun with the lip, but I also don't want it to be too much because I feel like the eyes are the star. So I'm actually going to mix the two lip, the new lipstick. So what I'll do is I'll go in with the darker one. Just patting it. And I'm going to pat it and more so focus it on the outer portion. I don't know how this is going to come out. I wing it. I just come up with this stuff as I go. Now the more pinky tone. And then I kind of blotted it because I didn't want it to be too intense. So here we are. Here's our finished look. This is our third look using Forbidden Pink. Not half bad, huh? And then of course we did a little lip cocktail because we love our custom lip colors. Let's talk about this collection really quick and then we'll do some comparisons. So this final look, it's giving grungy, but it's giving a wearable but dramatic eye look. Love that. It really shows the versatility of Forbidden Pink because when you first look at the color story, you think, oh, it's soft and pretty. But wait, there's more. You know, you can do a little bit more with it. You're going to get a ton of use out of this color story. It's not giving a lot of pink at all. I know it didn't say it, but when you hear Rose Prick and all the pink formula, love. This creme formula is something special. It is definitely on par with the others. Really like that. And the packaging is really cute. And as far as the two lip products, they're both very pretty colors. Very hydrating and comfortable, and they wear really, really well. Again, so overall, I think it's a nice collection that complements the Rose Prick fragrance. One of my favorites. All right, let's get into some comparisons. And let's see if you already have this in your collection or something close enough. I'm going to go dig through and see what I find. Be right back. All right, so it's fair to say that there is not an exact color story that I was able to find in my collection of 40, 50 plus eyeshadows. So, but I did pull 4 Eye Color Quads that I think are worth comparing, and then one of the Eye and Cheek palettes, because I feel like there's just one shade in there that I need to know because we need to know. And I want to see them side by side because I've always had this thought in my head that maybe they took just one shadow from another palette and then put it in a new one, and yeah, but anywho, let's find out. And again, for Rose Topaz, I did a dedicated video to that with comparisons in multiple looks, so I'll just have that video linked for you. And again, I always have time cards, timestamps, playlists, and I try to organize the video to a T so that it's nice and easy for everyone to maneuver and find what they're looking for on my channel and throughout the video. So always check into the description box, go on my channel, and you'll find all the things you need to find. Anywho, so I want to swatch Tiger Eye beside Forbidden Pink. It's very golden and warm, but I felt like the copper and the dark shade were worth comparing. Okay, so hear me out. We're similar, but we're not the same. The dark shade, this one is definitely more rich brown than this one from Tiger Eye. And this is definitely giving like a golden bronzy copper, but no, like this one is more warm than this one. So that's good to know. Okay. The next one is Insolite Rose. I know it's not going to be like identical, but I felt like it was worth comparing because these pinky shades and like purpley mauvies, I felt like we just needed to know. So let's get it out of our system. And I'm actually just going to swatch these three. All right. Definitely the shimmery shade is more like silver undertone versus the one from Forbidden Pink is more of like a champagne warm undertone. And then the pink and mauve shade are a lot lighter. But what I will say is if you mixed these two, you would get this. That's what I feel like happened. I feel like you could mix these two and get that. Maybe? Okay, maybe I'm reaching. I don't know. Seductive Rose. This one's definitely more pinky purple, but I just wanted to see, I just wanted to know because I feel like there's two shades in here worth comparing. These two right here. I want to watch and compare. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like it's a couple shades darker. And then, yeah, this one is more similar to this, more of that silver based shimmer. Okay. Next up, I have Sol de Sable. Like, I love this. This is so pretty. This is such an easy everyday color story. Now that I'm looking at it, I feel like this is just like a no. But I feel like this shade is worth comparing to like the coppery one in Forbidden Pink. A little bit. No. I'm going to put it right here. Right beside it. Yeah. No. It's like a... It's a little bit brighter, more of a peachy undertone versus the Forbidden Pink, which is definitely a copper, like a true warm orange copper. Our final comparison is from an Eye and Cheek palette, and there's really just like one shade. I need to know. I love this. I really love these. I use the heck out of them. I just feel like they're so easy. You can do everything. We love that. But this shade right here, this is giving copper vibes on every level. So we need to know. Maybe this one is more copper than the Forbidden Pink one. So I will put that. Is over here good? I feel like, yeah, over there is good. You could see. Yeah, this is definitely darker. Okay. This one from the Eye and Cheek palette is definitely more rich and darker and more brown orangey than the Forbidden Pink. But you can see why upon first glance I would kind of sort of think. You see it like a little bit? You see it? You see it like a little bit? It's definitely darker. Definitely darker. But you can see why I would think, okay, maybe. But we got it out of our system and we know. So it's fair to say that there is not an exact palette that I have in my collection. And I feel like I have a decent collection of colors for us to compare. Similarities, tones and such. But those are the comparisons for Forbidden Pink. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any that you think maybe are comparable that I didn't swatch, let me know. And I will swatch them for you and share it on the community tab here on YouTube. Another beautiful Tom Ford Eye Color Quad Added to the collection. And 2 new lippies, yes. Let me know what you guys think about this collection. Did you have a favorite lip color? Did you have a favorite look? Comment down below. Happy Tom Ford Tuesday, everyone. Don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.